So in last session we completed up to this setup. Okay, we'll see how to create the asset book, or you can call it as corporate book. Okay, task is create a asset book. Go to implementation project. Just open this. Search for asset book. So task name is manage asset books. Click on go to task icon. We will create our own asset book. So click on create. Just click on create. And here you can provide the name. Say Fusion corporate book. Corporate book. Basically, it's not a name, it should be something like code, it should be in uppercase. Fusion Corp. Here I'll write the name. Fusion Corporate Book. Okay, book classification system is taking as a corporate book. Yes, we are creating corporate book, not tax book. And the associated ledger, select here. We have to map this corp book with the ledger, right? Just map it. Select primary ledger and select depreciation calendar. Fusion dip we given. Just select it and select current period. So I'm going to select Jan 2017. Select it. Divide depreciation evenly. If you set evenly, we know we can calculate depreciation. Normal water the favorite convention we created a monthly base, or else if you want to calculate depreciation daily base, right, this is what we have to select. So that is same, no changes compared to EPS, and provide all these mandatory accounts. Set account default. Here you can provide some random account, you can give, no issues. I'll just add this one. Okay. It's a parent value, fine. So this account they defined. Let's see. Not in the list. Fine. No issues, just for testing. Instead of searching for that default account, just have to go with this one of the account. So here you can provide net book value, retained gain account. Search with gain any chance. Gain retirement cost removal proceeds of sale. Seems to those relevant accounts are not there. No problem. Just I'm going to select this account. So we know which account we have to give in which field and the purposes. Just I'm going to fill all these accounts. Some random account I'm just providing. Just 1 second. Okay. So here reference data groups related to this corporate book. You can set all to common. Here still it is. Set to common. What we can do is instead of searching every time directly you can write common, it will accept. Just place cursor here, write common. It's common. Yeah. So for all these data group, data reference related information, all we are setting common. Then say save and close. So done. So we created corporate book. We'll create tax book later when we are going to test a mass copy functionality. Will define this tax book. For now, it's not mandatory, not required. We'll see that later. Now we'll create the asset categories. So here itself you can find that asset categories. Here we have a task called as manage asset categories. Click on go to task icon. Then click on create. Okay, here we created values, major value, minor value for whatever the structure we created for category key flex field, but that we cannot use, we know. Now what we'll do is we'll go to add minimum one major value and one minor value, minor segment and major segment values in the existing structure which is active and which is selected in the system controls. Okay, otherwise we should try with exist values which are there in the system that might be used by someone else. We'll go and create our own values so that we can use for this testing. So what we can do here is go to fixed resource flex field value sets. think value set they created as major. Let's see. So FA major assets. No, we'll go and see that. Segment names. Okay, major category and minor category. Major, minor, extra. It's not. Segment code is major. Name is major category. Minor category. Okay, let's try. Set code given as a major. Why there it's not coming? It's not showing.
Can you put my module name pixel asset?
Sorry.
Can you search by the module? They've given a
No,
drop down value, right?
not required, right? Just we did for this also, and we are taking the nav. I mean, this task also very relevant to that.
Oh, okay. Just a thought.
Yeah, yeah, correct, correct. That is right. But generally not required that. We'll go with this task. Chart of accounts. Value sets. Maybe that function is not working. No issues. We can try with this also. Just we have to go to value set related task. From there we can find. Let's go. If you say module, let's try. not coming. Let's do in this way. So deployment status also completed, right? This is only enabled, but there is no point it's enabled or not. Value set we have, that's it. So major category, minor category, no problem. We'll try from here only. Select it, click on edit, and here the option will have. Oh, this is a value set code. Sorry, we were trying with segment name. Okay, we were trying with the segment name. Basically, we have to search with value set. This is a value set name they given. This is segment name, right? Just we were searching with a segment name where we should try with value set. Fine, good. Let's do it. So code is FA major category. So we'll go to manage values and click on search. We can find all existing values and we'll create our own values. I'll just give, because there is some building and computers and all with the same values, there may be categories existed. So that is the reason we are going to create our own value. I'll say fusion buildings. Uppercase. So save and close. Save and close. Now we'll create one value for minor. So minor. Let's see what we have already. Yeah, we have many here. We'll just create two values. So fusion. Admin buildings. So too long it is giving. And this will be under which dependent value. Fusion Buildings. And we'll create one more value also so that we can create two categories. When you are going to test reclassification concept, this can be used. We'll go and create one more. Just I'm giving another minor category as a shopping complexes. So select parent value. I mean to say just a dependent value. It depends on which major segment of value, that is Fusion Buildings. Done. Now we'll go and create the category with these values. Let's go a little down. Just click on go to task icon against manage asset categories. Then say create. Select major category Fusion Buildings. Minor category you can select admin or shopping complex. So admin building. Okay, and the category type non-leased as owned. Let's accept the same defaults. Now we'll go on to assign this category to specific corporate book. Here you can click on add row. Select your corporate book. This category you need in which corporate book? Fusion Corp. Then provide all the information. So asset cost account. Buildings and improvements. So this category is buildings. So here you can take asset clearing account. I'm copying and paste the same, and I'll change the account to asset clearing. This is a key account for mass additions process, which allows us to add the assets from APR projects or any third party. Say asset clearing. Here you can select depreciation expense account. Sorry. So building depreciation. Building maintenance, the repairs. Okay, depreciation, buildings improvements. It's just freezed. Because since there is no depreciation reserve account, let's go with the same account. There won't be an issue and all. And we'll provide CIP costs and clearing accounts also. The reason we'll be testing CIP asset creation and capitalization process also. What I'll do is I'll just copy and paste the combination and I'll change the account. It is not functioning properly. Just click on search. Search for CIP cost account. So CIP search CIP clearing account. Okay, so you may just provide these. Just fill these accounts also if you think you require as per your process. These accounts anyway not mandatory. I'm not going to fill this. We'll see later. Depending on what concept we are testing, if required, we'll come and fill it. So that's what we have to provide here accounts, and just go to default rules to set default depreciation method and other information, and click on create. So I'll say add. Go to default rules, click on add. And here select value, contest value. Okay, it's okay. So nothing mandatory value. Right. So provide here depreciation method. This I'm going to select some existing as straight line. Just search what we have. I think here it should be straight line. Life I'm selecting say for building 60 years and months 0, and per rate convention say fusion full what we created, and the retirement convention same I'm selecting. The rules I'm not going to set anything. Okay. So that's all. So after giving all this information, you can just go ahead and you can say save and close. The same how we create in EBS, same practice we are following to do here. So we're done with the category creation also, and we'll go to the APM. There we'll go through the role template which is there for FA. Okay, just we'll be having a role called as we'll go and see that issues. There won't be many roles for fixed assets. One role for corporate book, other role for tax book. Anyway, just we'll go take the navigation and we'll see that. So task name is we know already. We tried with that. Manage duties. With this task, we can navigate to APM. You can go to task icon. And here select role template and search for asset. So assets template for asset book. Click on open folder. Go to external roles. Already discussed what is meaning of external roles. So so these are the roles, so predefined stated roles we have, which we call as job roles. Asset accountant and asset accounting manager. The moment you create the asset book, okay, system will be mapping that asset book or say corporate book with these two roles And these roles you can assign to user, so that from that user you can have access to that corporate book with this respective role related privileges. In the same way, when you create tax book also, same system will repeat. Okay, we'll go and see that. Now what we have to do is we have to assign the roles. Just we reviewed what roles we have for FA, and we'll assign the data roles to user. So we know for data roles we have to navigate to IDM. So manage job roles. So our username is Fusion. Select user. Go to roles. And click on assign. Search with Fusion Core. Seems to somebody unmuted. Yep. Okay, these are the two data role system created for our corporate book. In the same way, system will create the data roles for tax book also. The moment you create the tax book, system will generate the data roles. Okay, for tax book with the same job roles. Okay, let's assign these two roles. You know what functions or what privileges this each role has. If you want to test it, you can test from the security console. Okay, right? We tested over there, like we created custom roles. By using that function you can go and verify. Okay, just click on add. Now we can submit LDAP job. Under tools, go to schedule processes. Click on schedule new process, type any test and tab out till open the search option. Just type as a LDAP. Click on search and select this job, say OK, and say OK and submit. Generally, in the cloud instance, normally these LDAP job will take much time to complete and all. If you when you compare with on-premise, it's just it won't take this much time. Simply once you submit immediately, without taking much time, that will get updated. That's how it's happening. Let's wait for a minute to complete. Just give me 1 second. Fine. Okay. Sometimes what happens is it will the background it will update and the status still it will remain as a running. So hope it the updates taken place and the synchronization happened between the role and the user. So on that base, let's proceed and we'll start working on it. Okay. So this also we completed. Now first we'll go and see the manual additions. Okay. What I'll do is just I'll sign out and sign in. Now go to navigator. Okay. Still it's not updated all the roles. Fine, it's okay. So there will be few more also system will be adding, but no issues. Now it's working. So there is no issue. Just okay. Now we'll test manual addition creation. We'll see how to create the manual asset. Okay. When you talk about EBS in the manual addition process, we can create the quick additions and the detail additions, right? So, but here we don't have a separate function to perform quick and detail. Everything can be done through the same one function what they given as a add asset. Okay. So go to navigator and we have a fixed assets. Here select task called as assets and go to this task panel and select the task called as add asset. Click on add asset. So this is a corporate book which is defaulting because we assign the data roles. So that is the reason. So you don't find any other corporate books. Okay, we assigned only this corporate book to this user. The same you can access here. The asset type is capitalized and you can select the location, sorry, category, whatever we created. So the category name is Fusion Buildings. Fusion Buildings. Minor categories Fusion Admin Buildings. We'll go with this for now and later we'll create one more category with the Fusion Shopping Complex and that will be using for reclassification. Let's say OK. And you may write some description or you can type. Building 1, I am giving the description. Cost for the asset. $10 lakhs. And here the expense account, like this account is defaulting from the category. The rest you have to specify. Just click on the search panel. Select company and department. Say OK. And units, number of units you can specify. By default 1 it is taking, or else if this asset is just related to multiple units, then accordingly you can provide. So select asset location. This will select some existing. I'll select USA. So for our testing purpose, when we create a location structure, we take in the country, state and city. But here already, since this is a vision instance already Oracle created, that is already active and selected in system controls. So the same we have to use, no option to use whatever we created. So let's follow the same structure. Select state. I'm not sure we have all the states. No issues, just for testing you can select any one of the value and we can proceed. Okay, and as a part of the chart of the structure what they created for location, they have a one of the parameter as a building also. That means the asset is part of is located in which building. But now we are creating building, it may not be applicable. You can select as a none. Seems to there is no value, they created as a none. You select any one of the value, no issues. Okay, then say okay, then submit. Okay, so asset got created. If you want to go and see that asset, here we'll have a manage assets. Let's go with this. So it's the reports right now, search option. One second. It's not opening that option. Let me. So it's not working. 1 second, I'll cancel and update. Go with this inquiry. Fusion Corp and the search. Click on search. So only one asset we have just now we created. Description we given as building one and capitalized. These are the details related to that asset. Okay. So this is how just we can create the manual. Through manual process we can create the asset. Okay, that is the one point I just specified. The second point we'll see how to create the asset by using the ADFDA through spreadsheet. We know when you talk about spreadsheet, always you have to download that desktop integrator, right? This already we discussed. Here is the last you can find it same. But in my system environment, just as already I downloaded. That means in the client system, okay, that has to be downloaded here. Download ADF desktop integrator for any spreadsheet related work. That plugin is mandatory. The add-on is mandatory. So that is already we have in our system. Then we can proceed with the asset creation through spreadsheet. So add asset in spreadsheet. Click on this task. Yes, this is a book and asset type is going to be capitalized. Then click on go. Say connect. just click on sign in, say OK. So interface line number, you can give any number, and asset book is Yes Fusion Corp, and asset type is capitalized. The queue name is into status is new. Okay, and here I'll give the description as a building 2, and here you can select major and minor categories. Just double click, search for the category name, Fusion Buildings, major category name, minor categories, admin buildings. Say OK, then say OK. And billing cost, say $2 lakhs, units say 1, and here you can provide the asset location. Just double click, and select location. Select any one of the location just for testing. I think, but it's not relevant value, but just select it. Say OK. Okay, so you may provide employee details also. So when you are creating through manual process, that field we don't have employee and all. After creating, you can go and add the employee. Okay, that's how we have. Person number, we are not sure. The person name is Fusion. We're assigning this asset to this employee, which we call as assignments, right? And you can provide the depreciation expense account for this. Double click. So in case of manual additions, it will default expense account, but here since we are doing through spreadsheet, it's not defaulting. So select the depreciation expense account. Depreciation, building and improvements. Let's say OK. Say OK. That's all. The rest of information is optional. Okay, done. Now what you can do is you can say submit. Just you can say submit, because I cannot say here two options we have: submit and submit post mass additions. If you want to set post, if you want to create directly asset from here, in that case definitely you have to set the queue status as post, and you have to make sure that you given all the details also, right, which are required to convert the asset line into asset. But we given everything. But now if you can provide queue status as a post, and you can click on submit and post mass addition, it will create straight away asset from here. But now what I want to do is just we'll go on to find the line, and from there we'll submit the post mass addition. Okay, so what I can do is I'll say submit. This line will be imported from application. Will do that. Say okay. Row inserted successfully. Okay. So here take this task, prepare source lines. In case of EBS, we'll see prepare mass addition, the same function, the same function name here they given as prepare source lines. Nothing but this is equal to create mass additions. Just click on prepare source lines task, select this task, and here you find the source lines. Any lines are interfaced to FA. Now we interfaced one asset lines, asset information from spreadsheet, right? Just click on search, you can find the same. Already our book is selected, so you can see the same. So now what we can do is you can just go to actions and click on edit. And change the queue status to post. And if you want to add any additional information, or if you want to do some changes here, you may do it. Okay, so then you can say save and close. And select it. I'm not finding this. Okay, so just I updated this. So the same, like here you can see the same is ready for post. Okay, ready for post. Here they given one task also. Otherwise, you could directly you can go and run that job. Basically, we should have that here. There will be just a post source lines we'll be having. Fine, I'm not just finding here. Fine, no issue. Just I'm just clicking on here. This is a function we have tab directly. You select from here. Basically, here also you should get that task name. You don't find here. Basically, it should be here also. No issues. Okay, select specific or by default all also is there. Just you can click on post all. If not this function, we have a job also. Directly you can go and submit post mass actions. And you can go to schedule process. You can see the status. So this job directly you can come and submit post mass additions. Not this one. Post mass additions. From here also you can find and you can submit that. Okay. Okay, done. Now we'll go and find this asset line got converted as a asset definition or not. Go to asset inquiry. Here by default our book is selected since this only the one book which we assign to this user. Okay, because which role is assigned to this user, that's the reason it's a display. So these are the two assets we have within this corporate book. Okay, so that's all about how to create the So asset by using the spreadsheet. Now we'll see the mass addition process. We'll go to accounts payables. We'll create one asset line that will interface to FA and will convert into asset definition. So go to payables. We'll test mass additions. Mass addition process. Where is the task panel here? And today it's behaving something different. Select invoices. Where the task panel is not coming here. Fine, I'll try to create from here invoice. Okay, okay, here it's closed down. 1 second. Collapse panel. I don't know what happened today. It's not working properly. What happened is the task panel should come here, right? It's not coming now. No issues. Here you can select recent, and there also you can see invoice creation. Create invoice. So supplier, Fusion supplier 2 we have. Okay, invoice number. Invoice amount, say $5 lakhs. Line amount, so $5 lakhs. We know we should not take any. We don't take any distribution set, because in case of set line, directly we can provide the distribution. You just type something, it will open that field. Otherwise, the search option won't display. Select company, department. So account should be asset cleaning, right? Say okay. And go to this assets. There, just make sure that this line is tracked as asset. Okay. But in case of EBS, once you select asset related account, automatically it will be tracked as asset. But here, I don't see in this vision it is tracking. We have to go and enable manually. That's what happening every time. So that's all enough. Just required information I given. Now just I'll validate the invoice. Line variance. It should be given same, right? 5 lakhs we given. Here also we given 5 lakhs. Okay. So yes, we have a tax and all here. I think tax is getting calculated. No issues. I'll make it as 10%, 50. Validate this. And we know it's a mandatory how to account. Otherwise, without accounting, we cannot transfer to FA. Then say save and close. Here now it is coming the task panel. Earlier it was not coming. Okay, no issues. Fine. Here we'll have a task saying that create mass additions. Go to that create mass addition task and create mass addition job is selected, and you can give the date, accounting date, till which date of the asset lines need to be transferred again to which corporate book, that is Fusion Corp. Submit. Go to schedule process. Okay, now mass addition create program job is completed. It just is running the report. We don't require directly. We can switch to FA to find the same asset line. Go to assets. Go to task panel. Here also you can see the same. Addition is incomplete. 5 lakhs. And here uh, directly you can go with this task, the prepare source lines. That you can click on search, and so this is the one we have, and since the VAT is applicable, that also just interfaces 50,000 and all. Now what you can do is what I'll do is I'll open this because we have to add all the details. Later you can just add this line to this. Okay, first we'll go with this actual amount. Go to actions and say edit. And here status you can set to post, and then any other information you want to provide, all you can do here. Right, what we have to do is we have to provide the category, location, description. I'm writing building 2, sorry, building 3, already 2 we created. You can give the category and you can provide the location information. Fusion buildings, Fusion admin building, say okay. Asset key is not mandatory, we know that. Here you can provide asset assignments. Want to give employee, anyway employee is not required, I'm just ignoring. Let's provide the depreciation expense account under location. Here already it's defaulted, but it's not showing. Just 1 second. I'll say okay. Just I'm canceling. Now see here, it's already defaulted again. Now you can click on this. It's not reflecting immediate base. And provide location for the same. Let's see. You may just maintain one value as a none. That means that is not belongs to any building and all. So that's how you can manage. Then we given all the information in the above. You can see here. This is a tax line. Fusion VAT got merged with the actual asset definition. With the 5 lakhs. So this is 50. 5 lakhs 50. Sorry, 5 lakhs $50,000. Now, so save and close. Now select it. Just click on this ready to post. Then this tab will get added here. And say post all. Of course, one only we have. Just click on post all. Now just wait. It will take some time to complete that. You can go to schedule process. Fine, done. So now here we just done with that. You can go with assets. You can directly find go with inquiry. Just click on search. You should find third asset also. Okay, this is asset just now we created. Fine. This is how we can create the mass additions. Same process what we see in ABS, same process. Now we'll see how to merge asset lines. So to test this, what we'll do in payables, we'll create two asset lines in one invoice and two will interface to FA. There we'll do the merge. Before that, what I want to do is I don't need all these tax calculations. So I'll go and provide end date for tax. Say manage taxes. else instead of doing all this, we'll do the simple task. I don't want to disable all this. What I'll do is the simple task. So we define the rule ship to location based, right? The ship to location, if ship to location is in California, whatever we given, then only tax will get calculated. Now we'll go on to remove that ship to location from supplier site. Else, when you are creating invoice also, the line level you can remove, then there won't be any tax system will calculate. But directly I want to remove at supplier level. So that's don't default when you are creating the invoice. So manage suppliers. Sorry, it should be 2. Edit. Go to sites, click on edit. Go to site assignments. Remove this ship to. Then no tax will be calculated against the supplier invoices. Save and close. Fine. Now we'll create the invoice with the 2 lines to merge. So create invoice. I'll say $6 lakhs. Remove this. I'll just create 2 lines with 3 lakhs and 3 lakhs. Just remove distribution set. See, until unless you provide some test, it is not opening. Yep. Now it's open. Company, sorry, department. So account. So okay. Sorry. And create one more line. Of course, we know that. Place cursor here. Attribute amount. Amount we given right. Given it, but I think it's not recognizing. There is some issue with this. That's all. I'll do in this way. given right. Don't know why it's behaving like this. Remove the distribution set. Select company, department, account. And just make sure that the lines tracked as asset. Select other line, enable track as asset. Okay, done. Now you can say save and close. Oh, sorry. This is invoice. From here also you can submit for validation. Now just say validate. Okay. No tax is getting calculated. It's a mandatory how to post it. So now it's a more or less equal to kind of 11i function. We know in 11i when we are working, just if you want to interface any asset lines from AP to FA, it's mandatory how to create accounting entries, and that should be transferred to GL also in 11i. But R12, it's not mandatory to transfer to GL. Just if you create accounting entries, that is enough. But here, this function, we don't have directly to create accounting and to keep in payables only. But here, it will create and it will transfer to GL. Fine, done. Now we'll go to fixed assets. Go to assets. Go to task panel and say prepare source lines. And here you can search, you can find those two lines. I'm sorry, we didn't run that job right. We have to interface, right? I just forgot that. So we created asset lines. That asset lines need to be interfaced to FA. Submit, mass addition, create. Submit. You can just go and see from schedule process. Okay, these are interfaced. Now we can find from AP. So FA. Here it's showing this. Okay, there's two lines only. What I want to do is Okay, I think that is not available here. Fine, leave it. No problem. These are the two lines. Invoice number is same. These are the two lines. Now the requirement is say we want to merge one line with other line. Select one line and click on merge. This is other line available to merge. Just you, I'll say this is this I'll set as a just parent one. I'll just say set as a parent. Why it is not it? I should give the option. Once you click on that, it will be showing just add and all. That's how it should work. I'll go from here. I'll say much. Where's the submit is not? I think what's wrong with this? It's not working. Something wrong. It's not. I guess in description is missing. That is the reason. No, not required. Normally we can do that. Yet without providing any information, we can merge. After merging with the line system will keep on hold on that. You can do that. Why it is not functioning here? See, it has to open this, and here will be selecting all the same invoice relevant lines will be displayed, and you can submit. Then it will get merged. That's how it works. But I don't see here that's happening. Same what practice we follow in EBS, same in the same way it should work. I don't see here that's working now. Well, that's not an issue. Okay, let me just try this one. Here the submit should come. But That's not happening.
You have to
I'll
select
just
both lines and
no. Both lines not. System will identify. We no need to do that. In R12, same. That's how it works. Even in Fusion also. But now just it's not working. Let me try with that by selecting both lines. Oh, yes, you're right. It's both lines only it is expecting. But basically, I remember like no, this is not way it will work. Once you select one line, automatically system will identify the other lines which are part of the same invoice. The all it will list out, and that's how we can select. Fine. Anyway, okay. Here it's working like by selecting that selective lines.
Tarun
I
here.
selected two. Yeah, Tarun. Yeah, Tarun, please.
I have this doubt regarding because this is a test instance we are practicing. Are we facing these issues, or in the real-time systems also we have this kind of issues?
What kind of issues? Hello? Tarun, what kind of issues you are referring? Hello? Tarun, I don't hear from you anything. I think he's offline now. See, this is not issue. This is not issue. Okay. The process which I am referring, like the once you select the line, it will just get selected. What I can say, remaining lines into the list in the release 10 version. Okay. Seems to in the 11, this is how they just they changed. Okay, that could be the reason why it's working in this way. Fine, then say just click on submit. Don't take this as an issue. Okay, so done.
Hi Lakshman, sorry there was a disconnection.
Yeah. See, what I was trying to say is this is not issue. The process what I was referring and I was trying to do is based on the release 10 version. Okay, seems to in the 11 they changed it little bit. There once you select
Yeah,
once you
because
yep. Tell me.
yeah, one of my friend who is working on Fusion, he says he gets frequent complaints from the customer, and there are frequent updates on the Fusion. It seems. Is it true?
No frequent updates and all. See, if some client is using that instance, that would be a specific version. Okay, so when they're using some version, the version specific issues they may get, but frequent and all, uh, I just I'm not sure what he's referring.
Okay, I'll talk to him and get a clear sight about it. Yeah.
Yeah, fine. Now this line you can see is kept on hold. Okay, so now what we can do is you can select this and go with edit. Okay, so this line got merged with this line. So since this line is got merged with this, so this status is merged, this is on hold. Now what we have to do is we have to change on hold status to post status, and it will be asking whether this category and location all as mandatory. You can provide that information. You can type something, say building 4. And here you can just provide the depreciation expense account. I'll So just okay. Now it will be defaulting. We'll just cancel it. But now it got defaulted. Now again I'll click on search. It will take the same. Company, department, and say okay. Select country, anyone of the state, anyone of the city. Select any value for this to complete. Done. Fine. Then say save and close. And here click on ready to post, then only the tab will be added. Select it and say post all. In this we have one merge line also, right? So once the job is completed, you can go and check it. So before this will complete, let me talk to this Tarun. Tarun, see, the simple point here is in the very older versions, 9 and all, we have till 9 we have some many issues generally which we come across. From 10, even you don't find many issues when you're working on finance in 10 or 11. Okay, that is the situation. Your friend might be referring the older versions. The client might not be updated, or else it could be some on-premise instance which is referring. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you can see
Thank
we
you.
are
Now, as
practicing
on
all
date, the system release 11 is stable.
stable. See, almost we reached a fixed assets also. See, do you find many issues at least in this test environment? No, right?
No, not much, but just it came out of thought.
Yeah. See,
Like,
two points will create the issues, and the one point definitely our knowledge. I'm not talking about your friend. I'm not talking about your friend. So one point
yes,
is if we are okay with knowledge, what we know, how to manage and all, then that won't create any issues. The second point definitely from application, which where we have to get solution from Oracle only. But application point of view, less issues. But as a risk consultant, as a resource, if we are okay with the product knowledge and all, we'll be knowing how to do in proper way. So that will resolve many issues, which generally comes with the lacking of knowledge. Okay, these two areas we
yes,
know very well.
we are going for new
But
implementation. Yeah, we need to just keep in hand of all these things.
yes, exactly. See, okay, it's done, completed. Now you can go here, assets, go to inquiry. Now there should be asset with 6 lakhs. Okay, 2 lines, 3 lakhs, 3 lakhs. We merge those two lines, that should become 3 lakhs, 6 lakhs. So this is the one, building 4. Okay, done. So take the same example. In my case also, just I did this merge and all in 9 or 10 multiple times, but I never tried this merge concept in release 10. That's the reason just I am thinking and I am trying to do in the same way. Even in the previous courses, course content also, I didn't add this merge, this split and merge concept as a part of course content. That's the reason just I didn't try in this release 11. So I'm just thinking it is the same as it is and I'm trying, but we could see finally how it is working. If you select all the lines, then only it is working. Till 10, if you go and click on, if you select one line, if you click on merge, remaining all lines will get listed. How it happens in R12. So this also I may treat, if I'm not sure on this, I may treat this as issue. Okay. So
Okay.
this is how it comes as some issues or difficulties. So done. So this is all about merge concept. Now we'll see the split. So we'll create one line and we'll try to split into multiple lines to create the multiple assets against single line. Okay, let's do it. Go to payables, invoices. So again, the panel is not coming here. Sometimes it is system is hiding. No issues. You can click on recent here, and here also you can see the same. Create. I'll just say 10 lakhs dollars. Remove distribution set and provide distribution account. Then select asset so that the field will get placed here. Then select as a track as asset. Then submit for validation and account under transfer to FA. Post to ledger. Say okay. So save and close. And you submit master selection create job. Submit this. Okay, just meantime we'll go to the FA. Say sorry. I have to go to assets task. So here we can see the same. Okay, otherwise just we have always task to select as prepare source list, but by default system is showing incomplete. This is the one. Now say the requirement is this asset line we have with the 10 lakhs dollars, but this has to be maintained in the system as a 5 assets. That means we have to split. We have to split into 5 different lines. The lines we have to convert as a 5 assets. If there is a requirement, what you can do is you can just have to prepare it for mass addition, then we can split it. Without preparing we cannot do that. Just go with edit option and set to post, so then it will prompt for category and all other mandatory information, and select category. And units, you want to split it to how many assets, that is very important. So I want to split this total cost into 5 assets, so I'm giving units as 5, or else for each unit I may have a separate allocation assignments also, but I'm going with the same assignments. Select company, select department, Then account system is defaulting. Okay, just only the point here is you want to split this into how many units. That units you have to specify. That's very important. Only unit specification you have to give. Then we given required information, and it's a mandatory. You have to provide description also. Just giving us buildings. Anyway, this will be split it into 5 assets. Let's say save and close. Now you can split it. Select this line, and here you can say split. Just click on split. Okay, it's going to be split into 5 lines. Say yes, because we give a number of units, based on that it will split. Then now it's got splitted into 5. Okay, so now what we have to do is, so here you can see incomplete 5 we have. Just you can click on that, it will be updated as a ready for posting. Just let me refresh this. Assets. Okay, we set the status to post, right? It should become post. 1 second. Oh, it got placed on hold. This is okay. Fine, done. So these are the 5 got splitted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now what I'll do is, if okay, I'm just okay to proceed with that to convert as assets. So just I'll remove, I'll just change, everything is fine, just all the information we provided and done, so we don't need to change anything. Done, everything is fine. If you want to add some relevant information, because once you split the assignments you may take in the different way, or else at the time of before splitting also unit wise you can give the assignments. Now anyway, I don't want to change anything, just I'll change the status to post and I'll save and close. That's how you can update to all these lines which are generated based on a split function. Just edit and mark it as it's ready to post. It is not working. And the third line, actions, edit. This is there already. Post. Sorry. I think these are came down only. These are 2 we have to update. Okay, 5 is set to post, ready to post. Now you can post. Now system will create 5 assets. It is not showing here, ready to post. Select all, then click on post all, or else it's not required. You have to do from here. You can go and submit the job also. You can go to schedule processes. Okay, it's just report, so we don't need that report directly. We can go and check it. Go to asset inquiry. Click on search. You can find those 5 here. Okay, so this is what we given, right? Buildings, 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 buildings. Okay, so this is how just we can uh, split one line into multiple lines. Based on that lines, we can create the multiple assets. It's all about the split concept. Now we'll see how to create the CIP asset and how to capitalize the same simple process. We'll go on to that. Go to assets. Same process. Say add asset. Just give me 1 second. I'm getting a call. Sorry. Fine. Here select asset type as CIP. Select category. So when we created this Fusion buildings, okay, within this category creation time we selected CIP cost and CIP clearing account. So that is the reason system will accept us to use it for CIP assets also. Right. So it's selected and description CIPL, right? Units 1. Say okay and provide location. Then click on submit. It will create the CIP asset. This I'll take you through. Asset inquiry. Then click on this. So CIP asset is created. Okay. Now what we have to add the we have to add cost to this asset, and then this can be capitalized. Okay. So to do that, this is incomplete. Still we have one more. Yeah. I think one more line was left for this splitting related. One more we have on hold. I think it got created only for only. Let's submit this for posting. Assets. I think we updated status from on hold to post only for 4 lines. So this is a pending. Just updated right. Just click on post all, it will be posted. It's not functioning. There we have that. Then get changed. The function is not coming. Oh, I'm sorry, just we didn't add cost and all right. So before that, we have to add the cost also. Again, we have to create asset now. Fine, no issues. Just this once again I'll show you in the tomorrow session. So before we capitalize, we have to go and add the cost. Once we add the cost, then you will be, after adding the cost, you will be capitalized. Now just I created without adding cost. I just capitalized. Okay. This capitalization I'll show tomorrow. No issues. So again, we have to create asset and all. We have to do that. So this I'm not marking as a completed. Just up to this we done. So in tomorrow's session, we'll see all these concepts. CA asset creation, capitalization, and just here we did now, but I forgot to add the cost. So reclassification and running the depreciation mass copy, where we'll create the tax book and we'll map the same category to tax book. And this what if analysis, rollback depreciation, asset retirement reinstatements. This all we'll see in tomorrow's session. Okay. Maybe possible we can complete tomorrow. Okay. We'll see that. Possible we can complete in tomorrow's session. Otherwise, we may need one more session or one more hour. Okay. Any questions on today's session, please? Any questions? Fine. Seems to no questions. Then we'll connect tomorrow, same time. And have a good day and good night. Thank you. If you have any issues related to practice or instance or anything, please let me know. We can work on it.